Fire Signs, it's Kay Loves Tarot. Good morning, it's still morning here in the UK. I hope you guys are well. So, I'm going to start with Aries. These are your end of month, end of June 2019. Just a quick catch up for the end of the month. So, these are for Fire Signs. Start with Aries, then Leo, then Sag. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising Aries. Theme for Aries. Satisfaction, Aries. There we go. You let the energy of love guide you to self-approval so that others no longer define who you are. It's being satisfied with you yourself, with your own life, and not letting anybody sort of be able to sway that in any way. Right, let's check out, get some romance angels out for you guys. I know obviously I've got the camera at a sort of a weird angle. I will correct it for the air signs, but I'll hold the cards up to the camera for you to see. So this just flipped out. Aries, children. Your love life is being affected by children at the moment. Release your ex. This could totally be co-parenting issue going on for some of you. And this is actually sort of just being, I want to say for some of you, you're setting the bar too low when it comes to co-parenting. Settling for like the lowest of the low when it comes to child maintenance, when it comes to settling arguments, when it comes to how the children are raised and things like that. So just be aware, some of you need to set the bar just a little bit higher and actually put more of a fight up here. If you're dealing with an ex that's sort of being a bit fickle when it comes to children and childcare and things like that. Worth waiting for. Okay. Let's go to the Tarot of Sexual Magic and find out what's lacking for you guys at this time at the end of June 2019, Aries. Some of you have got a really immature ex or someone around you that you just need to release that drains your energy, because it does say the time, does say on the card, the time has come to clear your energy. So you could just be dealing with someone who's really immature, who's just not on your wavelength. It seems like you're waiting for a change. Maybe you've had your say. But again, with the satisfaction card being here, I just feel like some of you are sort of satisfied with less than you're worth in some way. Alright. Let me see. Aries. That just flew out, so we'll take it. Cut the deck. Right, this just flew out. It is the moon in the reverse. This is revelation. This is seeing reality for what it really is. What's been hidden under the surface, we're now seeing. The chariot in the reverse. So this is like realization that you're stuck and stagnant and that you can't move forward. This is that realization that whether it's to do with children, like I say, co-parenting issue going on, or whether it's to do with somebody who's just really immature that drains your energy, you know, like one of those energy vampires, and it's sort of like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Need to clear that energy out. Need to free up some energetic space. The Five of Pentacles, you're shutting this shit out, Aries. You're not dealing with this anymore, are you? Seems like you may have been beating your head against a brick wall, which you're very much aware of, and maybe the satisfaction comes into this in a sense of you'd be more satisfied without this person around. Maybe things are just easier, whether it's to do with, like I say, children, or whether it's just to do with somebody very immature. It seems like you find more satisfaction with them not being around, so you're quite happy to shut that out. The Ace of Wands. It's taking action. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is a love spread, and the Ace of Wands can literally be the bonus card. So for some of you, I'm hearing sex with the ex. Just be careful, but it can also just be taking that action to shut someone out who you may have just been fucking around with. So, judgment, you see what I mean? Yeah, this is definite. This is a definite sex with the ex kind of scenario, Aries. You guys need to be careful and keep a guard up here. The Two of Wands reversed. Okay, yeah. So this is like no longer, I can explain it, like no longer sitting on the fence. This is like making that final decision not to keep one foot in the past, one foot in the now. We're just going to move forward. We're just going to shut it out. So you may have, this may be a simple case of you may have been having or trying to keep something afloat or having rendezvous with an ex. But I feel like this Five of Pentacles with the Moon in the reverse and the Chariot in the reverse is that realization that it doesn't matter what you do, it doesn't matter how you let them back into your life, nothing's going to change. It will still always be either just sex with the ex or this situation's just not going to improve. Whichever way you look at it, Aries, I'm just seeing a situation that's just not fussed to improve anytime soon at all. Let's see where this situation could go. The Nine of Wands in the reverse. So this is that sort of, don't get me wrong, it's a very vulnerable card. It does speak of vulnerabilities. But also, in the upright, it is the wounded soldier. In the reverse, it's sort of bouncing back a little bit. All right, yes, you're still going to be a bit vulnerable, a little bit unsure of who to trust and who not to trust. But you will bounce back. I feel like some of you just really do need to let this person go. It is the Five of Pentacles. You know, I know obviously with this deck, we do like to take more consideration of the imagery, but it still doesn't mistake the fact it's the Five of Pentacles and the upright. It is that pushing it out. You know, that release, that shut out release. The Nine of Swords reverse. So the Nightmare card in reverse. So this situation is going to calm right down. You're probably actually going to find more satisfaction in being on your own. Some of you may regret, or this person that you're dealing with may have regrets over, because I just feel like someone's been used. Like at one point this was genuine. At one point this whole situation was genuine, especially if you've got children together. And I do feel like you may have been waiting for, or with the notion that an ex is worth waiting for. You know, they're sorting their shit out, you're waiting for them to come back around. But here, we've got this realisation here, whether it's, I mean, I do get a strong sex with the ex vibe, but whether someone comes back around for sex or anything else, this is strong realisation that this isn't going to work, this isn't going to move forward. And you're more concerned, I feel, with the what if. Like, well, if I do let them go, if I do shut them out, am I going to regret it? I don't think you will, because it's going to release a lot of tension. It's going to release a lot of burden. So I think, if anything, if situation's got to come to an end, it's going to come to an end anyway. I've got the Page of Wands in the reverse. So this is that sort of lack of forgiveness, if you know what I mean. I feel like whoever this person is that you're dealing with, it's hard to forgive them. They may come back to ask for forgiveness in some way. I just don't think that the actions speak louder than the words. I really don't. I've got the Star, and this is hope. And it's also setting the bar higher, like what I spoke about earlier, not just being satisfied with what you've got and actually aiming the bar higher for what you deserve. What is worth waiting for is what you deserve. Your hopes, your goals, your dreams, your wishes, desires. What you satisfy, because the word satisfaction, it's like neither good nor bad. It's just meh. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm satisfied with what I have. No, why don't you be more enthusiastic about what you want and what you need to go for, so that you can be really happy with what you have instead of just satisfied. That's why they're saying, release this now, clear your energy now. Set the bar a bit higher, Aries. I mean, if you've got an ex that seems to flitter in and out, they're saying it's probably worth to shut this person out at this stage, especially if they're coming back and it's just a sexual thing and then they disappear again. Again, sex with the ex, it's just so strong from those the Tower of Sexual Magic cards. It's just so strong. I know there's a sexual card, but still, I definitely say this person, Spirit's trying to sort of veer you off this path. You know, don't be on the fence about this. Actually make a decision. Take the foot out of the past and put it back in the now. So you've got 2 feet firmly on the ground in the present. A strong realisation that this situation is not going to move forward if you carry on entertaining this person. On a completely different note, Aries, there is a side note to this, especially when it comes to work and career. Aim the bar higher. If you're not satisfied, if you're either not satisfied or just satisfied with what you're doing work-wise, set the bar a bit higher. The star indicates you're capable of so much more. So I'll leave that there, Aries. I'm going to move on to Leo. Right, Leo. Okay, theme for Leo. The end of June 2019, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Leo. Peacefulness, Leo. Wow, I like this card. You recognise that balance, kindness and love bring calmness to your soul. There you go. I think this is putting yourself first with the look of it. Balance and kindness. Specific words. Specific. Right, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Leo. I've just done Aries, you guys. I'm doing Leo now. I'll do Sag next. Right, Leo. Let's do this for Leo for the end of June 2019. Heart-to-heart conversations, Leo. Honestly, discuss your feelings with each other. So you may need to have a bit of a heart-to-heart with someone. Okay. Leo, playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Leo, one just flew out. Love yourself first. Do you know what this is? Is putting fun back into your own life and actually sort of being upfront and being honest about that. Maybe, I mean, it does say honestly discuss your feelings with each other on this card, but I just feel like for some of you, you just need to take yourself in the damn corner and have a word with yourself. Serious. Some of you just need to accept that you have got a life and it's up to you to put yourself first and regain that inner peace. Love yourself first. It's time. Put some fun back into your life. I really like that, Leo. That is like that message there, really, isn't it? Put fun back into Leo's life. And only you can create your own happy life. Nobody else can do that for you. What the hell's going on with these cards? It's new, so they're a bit slippery. Alright, Leo, clarification on this for Leo for the end of June. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Leo. The end of June 2019, Leo. Leo. Okay, one fell out there, so we'll take it. Where is it? It's the Eight of Cups in the reverse, Leo. The High Priestess. The Empress in the reverse. Oh, yeah, definitely. Leo, you really do need to figure out a way to emotionally detach from what's not serving you. The Eight of Cups in the upright is about emotionally, there's something missing. So we have to emotionally detach. And in the reverse, it's not necessarily that you refuse to detach. It's more along the lines of you're struggling to, you don't know how. And there's good reason here to detach because somebody just doesn't make you feel good about yourself anymore. This is like not feeling attractive, not feeling wanted, not feeling great. And don't get me wrong, these could totally be previous energies, by the way, because we're sort of seeing the situation as it happened here with this deck. And the High Priestess, it's about using your intuition to clock what's wrong, to actually figure out for yourself, to use your intuition. She is also the Keeper of Secrets, by the way. So somebody's secrets could have caused you to feel a bit shitty about yourself. I sometimes with the Empress get like, especially when I'm reading for somebody who's just been cheated on, and I see this card, they're feeling very unattractive, very rejected, very, why did that have to happen to me? You know. the Seven of Cups, you've got better options here. You've actually got more options than you even realise, Leo, to get yourself away from the situation and to put fun back into your life. Seems like you've definitely been through something. I've got the Six of Cups, and it does speak of like, don't get me wrong, in love reads especially, it's like that, it's sort of that soulmate connection. But I want to say something about this deck. See what she's looking at? Well, what's here? Do you see that? It's like a reflection of another couple. You know what I mean? Like a reflection. So this, in this deck, this could be an indication of a third party situation. It could. Which would make sense as to why we have the Empress reversed and the Seven of Cups. Someone may have had other options. The only other way I can read this is if these are your memories haunting you. You know, you're sort of looking back at your own memories of you with someone and thinking, oh, these were the really good times. But again, I mean, I have to clarify this High Priestess, because to me that sort of looks like someone may have been keeping secrets, whether that be you or them. So let me just quickly clarify. What's the High Priestess about? What is this? It's the Page of Wands. Do you know what? I think someone's sorry, but they're not going to say it. It's almost like pride's in the way. It's like someone's very sorry for their part in a breakup. Like if there was cheating going on, if there was somebody else involved in this, it's almost like they want to say, I'm sorry, but they're keeping it on lockdown. It's almost as if they're waiting to see your next move. That's a really strange thing to say, but that's just what I've been guided to say. The Four of Cups. The Two of Cups in the reverse. This is definitely a broken relationship I'm looking at, you guys. Sorry, Leo, my butterfingers today. Judgment. Somebody definitely does not like the fact that there's been a breakup here. They know they fucked up. They're not actually wanting to say sorry for whatever reason. They've got, maybe it's because they have kept secrets from you, and if they say sorry, that means they have to admit to those secrets, whatever it is. But yeah, somebody definitely doesn't like the idea that a breakup's occurring here. It's like, I've got, whether you're cross-watching or what, I've just got one person here that's trying to love themselves, put themselves first. Maybe it's a heart-to-heart conversation with someone to sort of say, I need to put myself first, you need to back off. You know, maybe that's the case. Whichever way I look at this, it's just got breakup written all over it, but with a happy ending. That's the thing. This is finding peace in loving yourself first, and this does actually have a happy ending, if I'm honest, like as far as I can tell anyway. We'll see what the extra clarification is moving forward. So how's this situation pan out for Leo? Sun, Moon, Rising Leo. Ooh, cards falling. Moving forward, what's the advice, what's guidance for Leo? Advice, guidance for Leo. So I've got the Two of Cups there in moving forward. And what's this that flew out? The Seven of Swords. Right, okay. Someone's not changing. Someone wants to get back together, full well knowing that they've screwed up. And I feel like that Seven of Swords is there because you know already. It's almost like you know already there is no going back. And yeah, the Seven of Cups is in the reverse. You're turning this down. This was an option. That's maybe what it's trying to say. In the past, for example, if you broke up like a year ago or something, like in the past, getting back together was an option for you. You did consider it. Now, not so much. Why? The secret's out, the shit's hit the fan. Seems like you're going to find out, Leo, something. Going to find something out. The Knight of Pentacles. Slow progress forward. Leo, this is fantastic. This is exactly what you need if you're going through this. The Four of Wands is in the reverse. What What were these two that just dropped? Yeah, the High Priestess's risk secrets are definitely coming out, you guys. Somebody was definitely keeping a secret from you while they were very busy apologising and offering an olive branch. But now the secret's out, something's gone down here. And because the Two of Cups did fall out with the Seven of Swords, don't get me wrong, this could be their energy to you, but this could also be their energy to somebody else. You may find out after an ex tried so hard to get back and get this back on track that they very, very quickly fucking moved on. You could find that out as well. Like I say, secrets coming out, shit's hitting the fan, turning options down. What we once was an option in the past isn't in the future. But this forces you into slow progress. This forces you to put the fun back in your life and to love yourself first. And you maintain this level of respect the whole way through. You know, your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. It's not that you want to look more romantically attractive to anyone, I feel. It's more along the lines of that you just want to get back to finding peace and tranquility and happiness in your own damn life, where there's been a huge amount here of instability. The Star is in the reverse. Now, this is pessimism at its finest, Leo. So now's the time to actually start opening and broadening your horizons a little bit as far as how your life becomes happier in the future. Having an I can't attitude, having a pessimistic attitude doesn't do anybody any favours. So the Star is just there. It's not negative in the reverse. It's just basically say, look, where you think there is no hope, there is. You will get through this. It is not something that's going to keep you stuck forever, because willpower always plays a part. And that's why I love the Four of Wands in the reverse, because in the upright, it's like willpower for stability. And in the reverse, it's like, well, no, if you apply the willpower, you get the stability. If you don't, you don't. So this is where slow progress takes hold. This is where it has to happen now, Leo, to regain your damn life. I'm just seeing somebody being really lost in a relationship here that's gone tits up. And secrets coming out in the near future. I mean, don't get me wrong, it might not resonate for every single one of you. It can't possibly. But those are the messages I've got for the end of June for Leo. So I'm going to move on. Last but not least for the fire signs is Sagittarius. So theme for this time period for Sag. Cards come out then. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, end of June. Sag present. There you go, Sag present. It says, you live in the moment and are able to bring forth the energy of love in your current circumstances. Like living in the moment, living in the present, getting your head out of the past. I just couldn't help but notice what was at the bottom of the deck there, release. You have the ability to give over unwanted energies to the loving forces of the universe, i.e. don't take anybody's negativity on your shoulders. Release that shit, because it holds you in the past, where you need to be living in the present, okay? Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Sag. What was that? There you go, stay optimistic. I love this card for you guys. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. I love that. More positivity in Sag's life. Fuck yeah. New love. Wow. Okay, this is getting interesting, Sag. A new person is stirring your romantic feelings. Interesting. Very interesting. I was waiting, you know, when I'm not going to get a really nice... Oh, I've got children card. Love life is affected by children. So maybe you're trying to date and kids are in the way. Maybe you've got a baby mama, baby dada issue where you are trying to meet new people and move on. And it's just very difficult if for example, you can't get a babysitter, or if it's all work and children life, work, home, children, like, you know what I mean? If it's just a very busy lifestyle and it's like you want new love, you're optimistic about new love, but where's the damn time to get it? Also, it can totally be just childish, immature behaviour from an ex that's refusing to let you go. As well, when you're trying to move on, and bam, we've got ex issues. So clarify the shit out of this. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Sagittarius. end of June 2019. Sag. Alright, let's cut the deck and see what we get. So, up first we've got the Ten of Wands, heavy burdens. Don't want this anymore. We've maybe hid a lot of burdens regarding somebody from your past. The Two of Cups. I've definitely got a relationship headed towards you guys here that is a burden, maybe because of past interferences. It's almost like somebody doesn't want you guys to move on. The Ten of Cups, you're headed for happiness. Absolutely. The Ten of Cups. You guys are actually headed into something here that is just, oh, it's so beautiful. And you're so optimistic about it. You're just so optimistic about it. And also children as well, because some of you could be planning a family with someone that you're in a relationship with. If you're already in a happy relationship, for some of you, and you've been struggling to conceive, I would say for those people, expect good news this month. Some of you could be finding out you're pregnant at the end of June. That was just a side note. For others of you, like I say, I've got this strong connection with an ex. It's either an ex you have kids with, or it's a childish, very immature ex who does not want to see you move on. Okay, but you are moving on. I have the Nine of Swords, so this is the Nightmare card, and this really is somebody. It's like you don't want to reveal everything, but somebody just wants to peel back those last little bits that's good about you. You know what I mean? Those. It's almost like a very prying kind of energy. That's why I love this deck. It feels very controlling. It's like she's being controlled in a way. Like she's not stripping off herself. The man's stripping her off. I don't know. This just feels very controlling. I wonder if some of you got a very controlling ex from the past. Got Six of Swords. This person's very dramatic. They don't want to let you go. So I mean, again, I've got more control coming up with Six of Swords. See how he's pinning her to the floor? Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that these women are complaining in these cards, but it's just me and my intuition and where I'm sort of honed in on here in a message. I feel like some of you have been with someone very controlling who just does not want to let you go. I really do. Chariot in the reverse, you're struggling to move on until this person fucks off. It's like you've got something fantastic here, and I mean fantastic, something that's going to probably end happily ever after. But I just get a sense like if you've got a very controlling ex from the past, and do you know what's even weirder about this? Some of you guys aren't going to like it because the Six of Swords is in the upright. Some of you guys may have already moved on from this person and may have assumed they've moved on from you. Do you see what I mean? It's like he's passed through the bushes and just landed on top of her. You know, this just feels like very sort of the blue for some of you. Like you thought it was over. I want to say, oh, do you know what? I've got messages coming in left, right and centre, Sag. You thought it was over. It's not for them. Again, I've got a very much in the bushes, you know, coming out of it, grabbing a, you know, ripping her clothes and shit. It feels a bit stalkerish, I'm not going to lie. Like somebody's actually been watching from the background to see if you move on. It's like you're very positive about where you're going. You're very happy with whoever this new person is. But I just feel like somebody else is very stalkerish, like they're either checking on your social media or they're watching you from a distance. They put themselves in a situation where you have to cross paths. You know, it's very strange. And like I said, it's either someone very childish or someone who you have children with. Maybe the children are involved if you have got kids together and obviously co-parenting and they're asking the children questions about who you're with and what you're doing. That could totally be the case as well, Sag. I'm a little bit concerned about this, if I'm honest. Not that I feel like any danger or anything, but I do feel like this is This is just so nice what you guys are entering into or moving towards. You know, this new love, somebody's going to stay in romantic feelings if they haven't already. And this totally has huge potential. Huge. Look at that. 2 of Cups with the 10 of Cups. This has huge potential. And I've got someone here who don't want you to move on. Seriously, you guys. This feels very strange to me. So, let me see where advice and guidance and where this situation could end up. 5 of Cups in the reverse. This person regrets letting you go. They do. The 9 of Swords reverse. The nightmare will calm down. I feel like this person will fade into the background eventually. It's almost as if they have to see you happy with somebody else to realise they weren't the one for you. It's almost like this is I'm seeing their perspective on this, according to what you're going through. The 6 of Wands. They may have been paying too much attention to their regrets, which obviously they have struggled releasing and letting go. Person definitely may have a screw loose, or at the very least, very OCD tendencies, very controlling, very OCD tendencies. The world is in the reverse. That's why this person hung on, because they felt there was still some level of unfinished business. And again, because I've got the 9 of Swords, this just feels like fucking crazy to me. Judgment. You know what I mean? This just feels crazy. The six of Pentacles reversed. It's like, how come you get what you deserve? I can't get what I deserve. What's wrong with me? Rah, 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 rah. This could be an argument, you guys. I'm not going to lie. How come you get to move on and I don't? And there's the Ace of Swords reverse. There's that cut off in communication. There's like, you need to fuck off and leave me be. I see Sag getting really irritated with someone from their past here. But you have to cut them off in order to make slow progression. You do. You've got to cut somebody off here, Sag. Even if you feel like you've cut them off before. I've got the Ace of Wands. Look, it's like I can explain this. You know, if they start to, like, if you bump into them randomly or they get in touch with you, it's the 6 of Wands. It's almost as if they, with the Ace of Wands reverse, put you in a false sense of security. So they may try to basically apologise and ask for a second chance. You basically shut that down because you cannot get what you deserve from this person. They may get a little bit sort of nasty, but like I say, if you just cut this off at the point that it happens. So I think that the whole message here is, Sag, right at the point that you actually find yourself moving on, either with someone or for those that have got this element of new love and a relationship coming towards them, you may have issues with a crazy ass ex. You may have issues with somebody who just doesn't want to let you go. Whether or not you've heard from this person, they've been watching you. They may get in touch, but, you know, especially, I get a sense like someone may see a photo on social media and it like, oh, I didn't know you were moving on. It's false sense of security. They may try and wish you well, but they have a hidden agenda. They may try to befriend, but they have a hidden agenda. Remember, the Ace of Wands is reversed, false start. So if they do try to befriend, if they do try to, you know, you're going to be met with, I regret letting you go. We have unfinished business. This is crazy. This is where you cut off the nightmare. This is where you cut this person out. They cannot give you what you deserve. And this is where you make slow progress with the person that you are gravitating towards in your life, which leads to the 10 of Cups for some of you. If you're a cross-watcher watching this, and you cannot get over your ex and you know they're moving on, it is, in some respects, I sympathise. In some respects, I sympathise a bit. But in others, I think that, especially if there is an element of stalking going on. When I say stalking, I mean anything from putting yourself in a situation where you're going to bump into them. I mean, watching social media. I mean, making fake profiles to view their social media if they blocked you. Looking at who they're talking to, whose photos they're liking. Driving past their house. Driving past their place of work. Right? You have a fucking screw loose. You do. Because it's time to move on. Heartache is one of the most painful things in the world, and I completely understand. But you are only breaking your own heart by clinging on to this. I have to say that. They've just told me. I have to go with what Spirit wants me to go with, and they're telling me to get a message out here to a cross watcher who probably has done this, coming back to see if this thing with the sad jokes is going to work out. No, because the sad just fucking moving on. So do you need to. So, as harsh as that sounds, who are you to stop them finding their ultimate happiness? They're over it, they're moving on, they're going better places. You need to do the same. And the longer you hang on to this, the longer you end up breaking your own heart and building a rod for your own back. So, as harsh as that sounded, I had to say it. Right, I'm going to leave that there. If anyone wants personal reading, feel free to email me. Otherwise, you guys, I wish you all the best. Take care, and I'll be back soon for your July first half of the month readings. Take care, bye for now.